How to develop social intelligence. Individuals with social intelligence can sense how other people feel. They know intuitively what to say in social settings and seem more self-assured, even in a larger crowd. You might think of these people as having people skills. However, what they truly possess is social intelligence. Hi, this is me, Jyotika Bedi, founder of Happiness is Love. The theory of social intelligence was first brought to the forefront by an American psychologist called Edward Thorndike in 1920. He defined it simply as the ability to understand and manage men and women and boys and girls to act wisely in human relations. No one is really born socially intelligent. Instead, it involves a set of skills that an individual can learn over time. So have I, and that's why I want to share with you the benefits of developing social intelligence for yourself, helping your children if you're a parent, or your team if you're a leader. Many people think that social intelligence, again, is something that just comes to you. It just comes naturally, since it's not directly associated with profit and financial progress, although it is indirectly. Its importance and benefits can easily slip from our attention. So developing social intelligence has multiple benefits for our social, emotional, mental, and even physical well-being. Did you know? So let's briefly understand this. Adaptability to changing social contexts. Today's world is so fast changing that what was normal in 2020 might become just a matter of nostalgia in 2021. If the COVID-19 pandemic has taught us anything, I believe, it's that knowledge, that knowing facts and having skills is important. But what matters the most for survival and our mental sanity is the ability to adapt to new circumstances and maintain a positive attitude when going through challenges. The more you manage to develop your social intelligence, the more skillful you become at managing complex, changing social environments as well as your emotions. Personal well-being. Since social intelligence is much about understanding and communication on a sub-level, decoding emotional signals and understanding our own as well as others' emotions, it gives us the tools, the techniques, the hacks for achieving greater levels of personal and emotional well-being. Research published in 2018 discovered that individuals who possess higher levels of social intelligence, related skills, tend to be more optimistic, experience more positive emotions, and are more satisfied with their overall lives. Mental and physical well-being. Scientific research has proven time and time again that people with stronger social connections and who are more optimistic and positive tend to suffer less from mental health problems and experience less stress and consequently have better physical health and well-being. Economic success. Finally, one of the most common misconceptions about social intelligence is that it doesn't have anything to do with economic success. Workplace adaptability, emotional self-regulation, understanding other people's complex emotions, building fruitful, meaningful relationships, teamwork, along with a variety of skills and traits are directly associated with productivity, and they play a crucial role when it comes to success even at work. More and more employers tend to value social intelligence little more than they actually value the regular IQ score. A According to Vicky Willis, head of HR at Santander Company, qualities that have to do with social intelligence, such as teamwork, effective communication, and social skills are the most valuable asset a person can bring to a new workplace. This may be more important to a number of employers than decision making, writing, or even taking initiative. So you might be thinking, what are these signs of socially intelligent people? Signs of social intelligence: people who are socially intelligent display some core traits that help them communicate and connect better with others. So let's understand, what are these? Effective listening. A person who possesses social intelligence doesn't listen merely to respond, but truly pays attention to what a person is saying. The other folks in the conversation walk away feeling like they were heard, they were understood, they felt respected, and that they made a connection. Conversational skills. Have you ever seen someone work the room, read the room? They have conversational skills that enable them to carry on a discussion with practically anybody in the room. They are tactful, appropriate, humorous, and sincere in these conversations, and they remember details about people that allow the dialogue to be more meaningful. Reputation management. Socially intelligent people consider the impression that they make on other people. It's important. Considered one of the most complex elements of social intelligence, managing a reputation requires careful balance. A person must thoroughly create an impression, an authentic impression on another person while being true to who they are. Lack of arguing. Someone with social intelligence understands that arguing or proving a point by making another feel bad isn't the way to go. They don't overwrite, reject another person's ideas, but rather listen to them with an open mind, even when it's not an idea that they personally agree with. It's a beautiful trait. So again, the next thought that might be popping in your head might be, so how to develop social intelligence? What is the magic? While some people may seem to develop social intelligence without really trying too hard, others have to develop it. It's a skill that can be learned. Luckily, certain strategies can help us all boost and build our social skills, and we're all working learning. These tactics can help you be better at social intelligence. Pay close attention to what and who is around you. Socially intelligent people are very observant, and they pay attention to subtle social cues from those around them. If you think that someone in your life has very strong people skills, what you really need to do is observe them. Just watch how they interact with others, learn and lean into that. Work on increasing your emotional intelligence. Although similar to social intelligence, emotional intelligence is more about how you manage your own emotions and how you empathize with those around you. It really requires recognizing when you're experiencing an emotion, which will help you recognize that emotion in another and regulating them appropriately. An emotionally intelligent person can recognize and control their unpleasant or negative feelings such as anger or frustration when they are in a social setting. It's a superpower. Respect cultural differences. More than that, seek out cultural differences so that you can understand them, you can respect them, you can learn to appreciate them. Although most people learn people skills from their family, their friends, and the community surrounding them, a socially intelligent person understands that others might have different responses and customs based on their culture and their upbringing. And they're curious to learn. Practice active listening. Develop your social skills by working on your communication skills, which requires active listening. Simple things. Don't interrupt when others are talking. Take time to think about what someone else is saying before you respond. Listen to the inflections and what other people say, which can give you cues to what they really mean. Listen to understand, not just respond. Appreciate the important people in your life. Socially intelligent people have deep relationships with people who are meaningful to them. Pay attention to the emotions of your spouse and children, friends, co-workers and peers. If you ignore the closest people in your life, you're missing out on the cues on how to connect with them. So start becoming more observant. Social intelligence isn't very easy to master. I understand it is difficult. If it were, there wouldn't ever be another awkward conversation at a party. However, I'm here to reinforce this belief that working towards a strong social intelligence, can lead to a richer life, or at least an easier time making new friends. It is hard work, but the most rewarding work you'll ever do. Study social situations. Pay close attention to what people are doing well and the mistakes you want to avoid. Be curious. Afterwards, think about what you want to do differently in the next social situation you enter, so that you're forever learning. Get proactive about improving your skills, and remember that you're going to mess up. I make so many mistakes. Learn from your failures, excuse me, as well as your successes. Excuse me. Social intelligence for leaders. What you really need to know. Leading is social in nature, making social intelligence one of the most important characteristics or attributes or strengths to determine the success of you as a leader. But again, how? But how does social intelligence connect with leadership? And what are the key features of a socially intelligent leader? A leadership role is a complex task, considering the need to interact in a way that team members are not displeased, but the overall result of the team is efficient, isn't it? If work expertise of the leader is more than necessary for an organization to flourish, the ability of social understanding is equally vital. So you might be thinking, why is social intelligence, why is it really important for leadership? I was very curious to know, and I've read a lot on this. As noted many times, leadership is not a genetic gift. It really is a skill, and skills can be acquired by our learning. One of the most critical features to work on for successfully leading is the way the leader interacts with their team. Through his or her interactions with others, leaders can inspire, influence, motivate, impact people to give their bestest efforts in order to align with the goals of the organization. And this is the leader's prime role. Studies show that socially intelligent leaders do more than just make people happy or happier at work. According to the famous psychologist Dr. Daniel Goleman, the majority of employees in a survey of 700 companies said that a supportive boss mattered much more than their salary. This study also revealed that supportive leaders could retain employees while increasing their creativity and productivity. This becomes even more important in the modern business world, where people work longer hours in the day and businesses feel like a substitute for family. Actually, there have been some years now that companies have started integrating social intelligence strategies into the HR functions, and I'm so happy and grateful about this. That is, they hire people of higher social intelligence who see this skill as a step for promotion in the next level. This is very, very encouraging, and I'm very, very excited to see the possibilities that lie ahead because of this. So what do socially intelligent leaders really do differently? I'm sure you're curious to know. There are two initial steps to identify in a personal level if you are a socially intelligent leader or growing to be one. Ask yourself, do you really care? Then you can realize if you are motivated enough. Get some feedback. You probably are the worst person to judge yourself on your own strengths, your own areas of growth and weaknesses. So you need to ask people around you. Extra tip, to ensure that others can be honest with you, make sure you find a way of, let's say, anonymous rating, so that people give you honest feedback without feeling scared or judged. Then you get the truth and can pinpoint the points, and they can pinpoint the areas of improvement that you will find so beneficial. Then bear in mind, a socially intelligent leader avoids behaviors that instigate negative emotions in others. Emotions of the people around us contagiously affect our own in a positive or negative way. The need to win at all costs, the habit of showing others how smart one is while putting others down, adding sarcasm in the conversation, and many others are just examples of negative behaviors. On the contrary, some specific features make socially intelligent leaders, and I'll tell you how. They focus. The secret word here is engagement. Socially intelligent leadership begins with being engaged and focused on your growth and development and helping others grow as well. They are observant. They observe. Socially intelligent leaders know that the information they need lies in truly looking at the people around them. They notice who talks to whom, expressions on their faces. They sense the feelings in the room, in the atmosphere. They practice active listening, which I've already shared. It is simple to hear, but complex to implement. I know this is hard. Leaders know they can gather more information by listening than if they are just busy developing their own arguments. They are paying attention to others' concerns. Leaders need to be sensitive to the emotions of others to ensure their people feel heard, they feel connected to one another. They manage their own emotions. A good leader is aware of how their emotions spreads to others. So they are clever enough, tactful enough to work on managing their unpleasant emotions like anger or fear. They include others. This is so important. People who feel included are more likely to experience positive emotions that motivate and energize them. They assume the best in others, give the benefit of doubt when someone does something they should not have had. Also, forgiveness is a character strength that they possess. They don't forget to encourage. This is the first advice a good leader gets, but also a typical feature of a socially intelligent individual. Encouraging, motivating, and inspiring their people to be their best self. They use themselves as a test. How would I feel if this were happening to me is something that they often ask themselves. This cornerstone question defines a socially intelligent leader. See also, why do people quit their leaders? Think about it. Social intelligence is a must-have skill if you want to become a leader who gets his or her team to do things that you want to do together. You just need to remember there is no golden recipe for success, and that every individual have their unique strengths, their unique characteristics, their unique attributes and weaknesses in their social interactions. The good news is that even though we learn our habits early in life, we can change them in any point if we are motivated enough, if we know what to really do, and if we have little help and support. I want to ask you this question: who is the most socially intelligent person around you? How can you learn from them? Tell us in the comments below. We at Happiness is Love truly care about your well-being, your happiness and your success. You can reach out to us if you're struggling in any aspect of your life, because we believe together we are stronger, together we're building ourselves, each other, and a better tomorrow. Stay tuned for more.